I think we're live. We're live? Yeah, we're live. Let's do this. What's up, everyone? BJJ Tech Nerd here today. And today's special guest, Tommy Morrisson. How are you today, my dude?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad, not bad. Actually, guys, Tommy's he just came back from training, so he's very tired. He trains like twice a day. Probably
I trained
train.
twice already this morning. Now I got a
Jesus.
third training tonight.
That's more than like the average person who trains like zero in a week. So
Yeah,
Tommy, you're a beast.
thank you.
At 24 years old.
Yeah,
My God. So Tommy, when did you start into mixed martial arts? What age did you remember starting, or what martial art did you start in? Sorry,
I started at 12 years old. 12, 13 years old, I started with Aikido at first.
Aikido. Okay, like Steven
Uh,
Seagal.
yeah, I started with Aikido, and after a year, I added Judo, which I
Hmm.
did for a couple years. And then I added up boxing, grappling, everything.
All around killer. And
Yeah,
at 24 years old, you're in school to become a computer. It's an engineering computer engineering. Is that
yeah,
correct?
yeah.
Computer engineering, and you're a professional MMA fighter. How's your everyday your life, your day-to-day routine? How is it right now? Is it super busy?
Right now, it's super busy since I have a fight coming up.
Yep.
I don't have any school now. I start next week,
Mm-hmm.
so fortunately, I can all I do is train right now. Life is pretty simple. I wake up, I eat, train, sleep, repeat.
Pete,
That's it
that's
every day.
amazing. But at certain times, you must feel like, even at 24, I can feel like you must be extremely tired. You get like worn down. Like, what do you do like to recover? What's your go to?
Certainly, I feel tired sometimes. What I do, try to take care of my body. I eat well, sleep well. I try to. I have massages every week, stretching every week.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I take Epsom salt bath, ice baths. I do
Yeah,
everything, man.
I
Everything I
saw
can.
I saw those ice baths. Man, that shit's tough. I'll be honest with you, Tommy. I used to do that stuff, but I don't know what happened. I tried to do it again and I couldn't do it. I freaked out. I felt like my hand was gonna fall off, my feet were gonna fall off. I just panicked so much. And you go inside like it's zen.
It
It's
feels good,
nothing.
man.
And how long do you stay inside the ice bath?
I try to stay like I listen to my body. So when I feel like I should get out, I get out. But normally it's between 2 and 3 minutes.
My God, I
Yeah.
lasted 2 and 3 seconds, so you beat me by a lot. That's a great trade. And Tommy, when you like now that you're in school part time. You're in the world of mixed martial arts, professional martial arts like samurai MMA is where you're at right now. You're 4-0. Your name is getting out there. More people know about you. I fell on your profile many weeks ago, and I'm always seeing your reels and your fighting. I'm like, holy shit, this guy knows his stuff. And I saw you went on UFC. You went to the UFC headquarters for training.
Yeah.
How was that? How was the going down there impacted your life?
I went 3 times, and every
My
time
God.
it's amazing. I have a friend who trains there. He's not in the UFC yet, but soon enough he'll be in. He trains with UFC fighter, and as soon as you train with these fighters, you can attend the UFC PI. So I
Mm-hmm.
was grateful to be able to go, and every time I trained with Ali Abdelaziz as a
Yep.
coach there. Had great training, great sparring partners. Manel Capet was gonna fight, so he was supposed to fight
Mm-hmm.
Kai en
Yes.
France, and yeah, I trained with really good guys, and it feels amazing every
My
time.
God. And you've seen some of the world best there. I've seen some of your like videos. You've seen like almost everyone. Like, how does it? What did it feel to you, like walking into the UFC, like just seeing like all these superstars?
It's motivating. It's
Yeah.
motivating, of course.
Dress for autographs.
No, no autograph pictures.
Pictures
Pictures,
for
yeah,
sure. Yeah, for sure,
yeah.
pictures. But now, as you're training, you're going through school. You have a professional MMA. Do you have a good understanding maybe in the next 5 years where you want to go? Do you want to go into computer engineering? Do you want to go all in MMA? Do you have an idea?
I just want to finish my back and
Mm-hmm.
have my degree, and but my main goal is the UFC for
UFC,
sure.
that's the one. That's the one that appeals to you the most.
Yeah.
putting Quebec on the map. That's what you're doing. A lot of great talent in Quebec. People are starting to know now. Not just GSP, man. GSP was only the beginning. So
Yeah.
I watch your train. It's like, shit, man. Like you're a good boxer. I have to say, that's what stands out the most to me. Is boxing one of your strongest? It's like what you prefer the most, or or you love like grappling as well.
I started with grappling. My
Mm-hmm.
first was judo, so it was
Yeah.
grappling, judo, and I added boxing like 2 years after doing grappling. So I think my strongest point is my grappling, my wrestling, and then my boxing, kickboxing.
Man, kickboxing, Jesus. You have quite the resume. It's I can't I'm still trying to wrap my head around like how much you train, how you train, how you recover, and like how does this guy even go like to school? How does he do you have any like bad days like have you ever missed a training session like no fuck this I can't I'm too tired like my nose is broken or I hurt my shoulder. Do you ever take days off?
Days off. Yesterday I had my first day off in 4 weeks. Felt pretty
Mm,
good.
felt good. Twice a day felt good. That's 14 times a week. We took
Yeah,
one day off. It feels good. I
yeah,
like
it
the way
felt
that
pretty
sounds.
good. But of course, lots of time I wake up in the morning and I don't feel like doing
Anything.
my 3 trainings in the day. But
Jeez.
it's discipline. I have to do it.
That's right, man. Discipline. Everyone says motivation, but motivation is not it's temporary. Discipline
Yeah,
is key to success. And
definitely.
I see it, man. This is only the beginning for you. Only 4-0. Doesn't matter. It's gonna get better and better. And it's funny that I was joking with you. Like 2 weeks ago, your Instagram was like at 8,000 followers, and now you're like what 17, 18,000.
17. Yeah.
My God,
That's,
people are knowing, man. Quebec's on the map now. You're putting Quebec
yeah,
on the map.
one video, man, 2.3 million views.
That video was hilarious though, because you guys did a funny like for those who listening, like the video was like a kicking exercise to the body, and the second one they made was a kicking exercise, but the last person they kicked, his name was Big
Yeah.
Franco, and this guy's a big black belt jiu-jitsu practitioner athlete. He's massive, and it's all them kicking each other, and the last person to kick Franco just says no and pulls away, and it's the funniest shit I ever saw. So yeah, you guys gotta watch that out. You gotta watch that video. It's super funny. But through all the training, is there times where like you do something like are you always constantly thinking of like mixed martial arts, UFC, or is there something that like you do outside of let's say schooling and MMA? Something that's like you like to do not fighting kind of thing. Any other
Whenever I
hobbies?
have the time,
Whenever you have time, I mean.
I like to see my friends. Yeah, I see my friends whenever I can, and yeah, that's about it, man. That's all
Since
I
we're
do.
since we're both from Montreal, Quebec, like I guess is hockey something that interests you or not really?
Nah, I used to play hockey.
Yeah, me too. Couldn't care less about hockey.
Every Quebecer used to play hockey,
Yeah, it's like
but yeah, I stopped, and then I played soccer for a year and didn't like it, and then I got into fighting.
fighting
I
stuck
guess
with
I
you.
liked it. Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess it was that first punch. I was like, oh, I felt good. I feel like a man now.
yeah.
Oh man. And was there ever a time like even now as you train, is there ever a time like something like stopped you from training like injury wise like how their injury rate even through sparring can be dangerous as people that do train they know the risk. Have you ever gotten into a serious injury during sparring that puts you out for a couple?
Never. The biggest injury I had wasn't that serious. It was for I didn't train for a week, and it was a
Mm,
couple years ago. But I take good care of my body. I warm up well. I cool down, and yeah, I don't get injured.
it's good, knock on wood.
Don't get injured.
Knock on
Yeah,
wood.
that's what I just I just did
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
He just did lock on. But also too like you train with it depends who you train with as well. Like you've been training with like the same team for a while now, so like there's a big trust there, right? It's like so you're training with random people, like
No,
you know.
I don't
So
train with any random people.
yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, like
Nope.
for people who don't train or listen, like let's say I go to jiu-jitsu and I train with the classes. Like I'm not a professional fighter, and we get random walk-ins, and sometimes these random people can just go crazy on people and get hurt. Like at your level, obviously you're professional. Like you're training with the team now, so you don't have to worry about those.
Yeah.
We call them like spazzy white belts or whatever. They just walk in and go
Yeah.
crazy, sample saw like they want to kill you and like
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't trust them.
I don't trust those people. I don't care if they are a white belt.
No.
250 pounds, you're a white belt? No, it's all right. You stay there.
Yeah.
And jujitsu as well. Like you also do jujitsu. So do you do like, ever train like in the gi or mostly like no for MMA? I guess no gi makes more sense. But have you ever trained in the gi?
I used to train gi because I wanted to get my belts,
Mm-hmm.
and I had no choice but to. But now my coach is giving out belts even if you don't do any gi.
Yeah,
So
nice.
that's pretty nice. I
That's
like
pretty
it.
cool. And you train also at Homa, right? Homa gym as well.
Oh, my BJJ, yeah, that's
Yeah.
where I've
Yeah.
been doing my jujitsu for probably like 7 years.
That's amazing. Because I think also like no gi is becoming more famous, like in MMA, or it's like if people want to do MMA, like no gi is the way to go, right? Kind of thing. And even my school too. We just like a couple months ago started having exams in the no gi. And I was like you too, like I'm gonna do the gi because I need my belt, right? I mean, like I'll be a white belt forever. So I got my blue belt a couple months ago. I
Ah,
felt pretty
good
good as
job.
a as a dad, as an old man. I got my blue belt, so that's good. It keeps me young.
Yeah.
And while training, Tommy, do you ever like spar against like do you always spar against people with your weight class, or you go like above your weight class to like change up the sparring?
Uh, I spar with some guys on my weight class, but there's not much of them, so
Mm-hmm.
normally spar with 135s.
135s,
Like,
okay. But
yeah, I spar with good 135 or 145s.
but your weight class is 125, right?
Yeah,
So
125.
what? So that 10-20 pounds is like it's still a good practicing like for you, even though it's not considered like too heavy for you.
No, 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 no. Some of the guys are really technical, and
Yeah.
yeah, I spar with like Xavier Alaoui,
Mm-hmm.
some guys like that are pretty technical, and we have good sparring. And yeah,
That's good. That's great to hear. And I want to keep you safe, keep you healthy, keep you injury free. Because some people think just like fighting in an event, yes, you could get hurt, but people don't realize there's so much injury before that. There's like the sparring, and my God, those ice baths might help a lot too.
they do, man. They really do. I'm sad now. It's not cold outside. I need to take good showers, man. But
I saw some of that. So you're a firm believer in the whole ice, because I hear people say ice baths good, they're bad, they're not. But you truly believe in the ice baths, like the whole like it's done great. It's done like magic for you. Basically, you could put your hand in the fire, say it's done. It's helped me a lot.
it works. It works for me. So yeah, I believe in it. I do breathing exercise also, and yeah, ice baths helps a lot, man. I feel like both mentally and physically it improved me a lot. So I keep doing it for sure.
Oh, that's good. So Tommy, but let's say in 5 years from now, the five Tommy from 5 years from now, where do you see yourself?
Hopefully in the UFC.
Oh yeah, dream
I
big.
believe in it. Yeah,
Oh
I
man, I
think in
believe it
five
too.
years is pretty doable.
Pretty cool for sure. And how much longer do you have left with school?
2 3 years.
Yeah, because you do
Yeah,
because it's hard. I know you must do like because you do like 50-50, right? Like professional fighting and schooling. So I guess you
yeah. But the thing is, I normally that's the thing I should change. But my schedule is too packed. But I don't always go to classes, so I just study it from home. I read
yeah.
the book. I go to exams. That's
Yeah,
about
just
it.
show up. Yeah, because I remember. Well, I haven't gone to university. I only did college, but I remember when my wife went to university. There could be like 5, 6, 7, 8 classes in a semester, and that's your life right there. Like you don't
Yeah,
have anything else to do. So you're doing like let's say about half of the classes just to like keep up with MMA, right?
us is 5 classes per semester.
Okay,
I do 3.
okay, that's good. Still a lot.
Yeah,
I think I used to do like 3, 4 back in college
yeah,
because I was working full time. I wanted to make money and do school at the same time. So it's like, and I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do at the same time. So I'm like, okay, let me make some money. Well, I'm like, well, I have my life and reading and doing essays, and it was so
yeah,
hard.
yeah. You need to have a good schedule and plan everything. And yeah,
My God, do it all, Tommy. And
do it
I
all.
have to ask you this question again now on the podcast. So, guys, I asked Tommy once if he ever knew the famous boxer Tommy Morrison. So, Tommy, you don't know Tommy Morrison, right?
I know him by name. I know he has my I have his name, but I don't know him more than that. I know we played in Rocky,
That's it.
and
That's it. So
yeah,
he did play in Rocky Five, one of the
yeah.
worst Rocky movies ever. But that's not the part.
Thank you.
Rocky, but that's not Tommy Morrison though. But
Yeah,
in the movie, he was like this hot shot. But in real life, he was called Tommy the Gun Morrison. He was going to be the number one contender or the number one threat to Mike Tyson. And if you ever like, just take the time, Tommy Morrison on YouTube. This guy was phenomenal. He
yeah.
was like nuts. He was like almost like Mike Tyson kind of thing. But like some professional fighters, they get through bad moments in their life and their career takes a left turn, a sharp turn. But he was a monster in the '90s, so I thought you already knew him. So it's kind of cool. I thought it was cool, like, oh, Tommy Morrison, but isn't Tommy Morrison? I thought you already knew that. I was like, no, you were born
I
in
saw
19.
some videos of him,
Yeah,
and my dad told me I was named after him. Yeah,
nice.
last name Morrison. He had to name me Tommy. So
So
yeah,
there you go, Tommy. But he's called Tommy Gun Morrison. You're called Tommy Rambo
yeah. I
Morrison.
thought about calling
Ram-
myself Tommy Gun also because Tommy Gun is just it's Tommy Gun.
yeah,
But
Tommy Gun.
yeah, my father has been my father and my father's friends have been calling me Rambo since I'm like
ah,
5. I used to be crazy, man.
nice. So
So yeah, I stick.
what is your family think of this whole MMA thing? Like in the beginning, were they ever scared of you, like going full MMA kind of thing, or is it or they're all for it now? Like, go Tommy.
My my father has been supporting me since day one. Actually, all my family has been, but my father pushed me and teach me discipline and told me like if you do the sport, you have to do it fully because it's not a game.
No,
And my mother is to this day is scared every
of
time.
course. We're
Yeah,
always
I
their
get
little
it.
boys, no matter what. You can be 45, Tommy. You'll still her little baby. It doesn't matter. I know that
Yeah, I
feeling.
know.
But I think that's good. Like I think like even though you're doing it professionally, mixed martial arts, like I as a father would want my son to learn either karate or jiu-jitsu, whatever he's gonna like, because I think apart from knowing how to defend yourself and keeping your emotions calm, you're gonna learn that discipline that sometimes as parents it's a little bit hard. And a good school, martial arts school, will put you in place, and you'll have that respect for not just yourself but other people too. Because it's funny. People think because let's say that someone like you, Tommy, you train martial arts, you're an MMA competitor, you're 4-0. They think people like you just want to fight random people all the time. But it's
Yeah.
completely the opposite. It's like you're probably the coolest person. Like you just sort of walk, just go eat, don't be bothered, kind of thing, and that's it. Do you think people think that of you sometimes? They just want to like, oh, you always want to fight.
All the time, and all the time I see people and they think since you're a fighter, you're like not aggressive, but you like to fight, and of course you like to fight, but you fight all week, man. That's all you do. You fight all day. So at the end of the day, you don't want to fight anymore, bro. You're pretty calm.
Yeah, pretty much. Like you are super. Like even when I rolled my teacher, he's a black belt, he's a world's champion, all this stuff. Like when I roll with him, and I know a couple of years now, he's super. Do you know Carl from Local?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, he's super. Like this guy, I know him a few years now. He's super calm. He laughs a little bit. He's a black belt, but I never feel like I'm in danger with him. I never see him get mad. I never see him get tired. He's like almost emotionless when he fights,
Yeah.
and he's like the nicest guy.
Yeah. I'm pretty much like that too.
I think that's what most people who train MMA get by nature. It's like
Yeah.
you're just super nice. Like that's what like your mom was worried about you and you become aggressive or get hurt, all the stuff. Like I told my wife too, like no, our kids need to learn MMA. I prefer MMA over soccer and hockey because
Definitely. I think it teaches way more than the other sports in terms of your energy and everything being calm, composed,
exactly.
discipline.
Yeah, that's something that you don't get like in soccer and hockey. I was explaining to my wife, like I've seen parents who want to fight at soccer and hockey games, ages like 5, 6, 7. Like the young kids. Like parents want to fight, and it's a soccer
Yeah,
game. It's a hockey game. Like what's going
yeah,
on? Like, but then you bring them to, like to say a karate tournament or what? Like jiu-jitsu, anything though. Like everyone's like super chill. Good
yeah,
job. You choked them out. Good stuff. We love you. You lost.
exactly.
You broke your arm. We love you. He broke his arm. We love you. It's such a weird world, MMA. But I think
Yeah.
people think like you're a bunch of savages, but you're not. Like you're savage in the cage, but you're like the nicest person outside the cage, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And being a professional fighter, 4-0, do your friends ever? Do all your friends do like train, or they some of them don't train, or do they like bug you like, hey Tommy, you want to fight me kind of thing? Do they ever bug you?
No, no, my sometimes I have friends that are bigger than me, and
Uh,
but I think they know. I actually they know.
well, I mean,
So
yeah, for sure. Like, I'll be honest, Tommy. Even though, like, let's say you're in a 125 class, 125 weight class, I'm 185, 190. I wouldn't want to like. I would want to roll with you, but I want to roll with you if that makes sense. Like,
yeah, I get it. I think
like,
it'd be a nice role. Yeah.
it'll be a nice roll.
Pretty nice. Yeah.
But I seen what you done. It's okay. I'll pass. We'll see if I can last 30 seconds, and that's about it. I'm still trying to understand how you train so much. Like for me, I
Yeah.
was trying to say I do 4 times a week, 3 jiu-jitsu and one with my wife, Jean, CrossFit boot camp kind of thing, and I'm
Yeah.
dead. Jesus,
Yeah.
my God. Maybe we'll start our ice baths.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't have any kids. I don't have any wife. I don't have any that's all I do. So it's pretty. It's not easy, but
Mm.
yeah,
But I like you said that because even though, like, yeah, I can say I have kids and my wife and this that, but at the end of the day, there's no excuses. Like, you got to train, and I'm happy that at your age, like I remember when I was 24 years old, what I did. I was a dumbass. I didn't do none of that good shit. Like I used to train and I stopped. So you have a good like streak. Like, you have a lot going for you because you're disciplined. You're training nonstop, and you take the average 24-year-old, not just here in Montreal. Like let's say the average 24-year-old in the world, you represent like the 5% of people that actually train and are at and probably the 2% that are like top level.
yeah,
So you're not in the clubs drinking all the time or partying all that shit.
no,
You have a talent. You're not wasting it, and you're
mm,
crafting it every day.
yep.
So, Tommy, here's a huge compliment. 1,000% you're making the UFC. I don't think 5 years. I think maybe 2 to 3 years. And, dude, all I want to say is next time if I ever meet you, you got to take a picture with me. And you gotta sign my forehead or something because I know you're gonna be super big, dude.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
And Tommy, I won't take any more of your time. I know you're a busy guy. Tommy just finished training again, so he needs to go take a nice bath or probably eat and get his protein in. But
Yeah,
Tommy, I wanted to say thank you very much for today. You have a crazy, crazy future ahead of you. I think you're gonna do fan fucking tastic. Sorry for I'm swearing, guys, but he's just that good, and you're such a great prospect to UFC, and you're gonna make Montreal, Quebec proud. You're gonna go all the way, no stress. But I'm just saying you have a lot of potential, and you're doing super great, and keep it up.
yeah. I greatly appreciate everything you said, and it was nice talking to you, man. Thanks for having me, and I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Okay, guys, we're gonna let Tommy get his protein and take his ice bath. This is BJJ Tech Nerd. Have a good day. Us.
It was